All right, hello everybody, welcome back. It's been such a long time since I've uploaded like progress video. There's a lot to go over in this, and just to give you like an idea of how much we have to go through. And this is just front and back, and then that's not even including all the drawings and paintings in my iPad that we have to go over today. So hopefully it's not going to be a crazy long video, but it's probably gonna be that. I'll probably leave timestamps if they work for a small YouTube channel. I know there's some glitches with that, but we're just gonna get into it, and I'm just gonna explain everything I've done, and we're just gonna go through and see how much progress we made. As per usual, the dates are gonna be on the page for like 90% of these, so we're gonna have a good idea of like what was going on day by day, and I'm gonna try to remember my thought process of what I was doing back then. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. I don't know how to segue into this, but at this point, May 1st, I really didn't know where I wanted to take my art, and I really like Dark Souls a lot, and the art there that kind of inspired me to start drawing. So when on Pinterest, I just typed in like Night or Dark Souls or something like that, and then I basically just drew everything that I saw on whatever was on the Pinterest recommendation at that point. So yeah, that's how we get this. And then just continuing drawing nights from Pinterest. I think some of them might be mine, I guess. I don't know. I really don't remember any of these. And then I tried rotating it in perspective and, failed. Yeah, so again, just more nights, trying to rotate in perspective, again, failing, but it's part of the process, I guess. Try adding a wing to this one. Again, I think I just gave up, really. Just kept pushing forward, and I tried combining like different helmets I saw on Pinterest into like my own, pretty much. So yeah. And then there were some weird helmets on there that I tried drawing so many different times until I finally got it. Let's see. Again, doing what I told you earlier, trying to combine different helmets together to try to like come up with something semi-original. Again, I was just kind of having fun with this at this point. Again, I'm trying to rush through this because we have so much to go over, and I don't want this to be like a 40-minute video or 30-minute video. But yeah, same thing. You could kind of get the point of what's going on, and I was having a good amount of fun doing this. So yeah, don't really need too much explaining on what's going on here. Again, same stuff. And then at this point, I tried drawing like a full body knight with a helmet I found on Pinterest. And then at this point, I wasn't really used to drawing human proportions, so that's what all of this is about. And then you're going to see later on me trying to get a better grip on it. So, and same stuff, still trying to rotate it in perspective. I have such a hard time rotating heads like up and down for some reason. I don't know, the foreshortening kind of gets to me. Again, still trying to draw and get good at nights and stuff like that, and getting the proportion down and gesture and all that fun stuff. I really need to explain this. Again, another night, trying to get the proportions down. Another night, and then I took a gesture from some Dark Souls boss, I think, and then just added some helmet from earlier and whatnot, and tried drawing something semi-original. Same thing with this. This is a Dark Souls boss. toes, and then I just tried adding armor or different armor on top of it. Whatever. This was I don't know. I think, yeah, at this point I was spending so much time in my room just drawing by myself, and then I just wanted to, like, you know, draw something that kind of like encapsulates the feeling a little bit of, like, just, you know, spending hours and hours, you know, days and weeks and just by yourself in your room just drawing black and white, and just, yeah, I don't know, it gets pretty, I guess, I don't know, I don't want to say lonely, but depressing, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't remember what I felt back then, so don't judge me. Anyways, we're going to move on to the iPad now, so yeah. Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the iPad. There is like 105 drawings and paintings we have to go over before going back to the sketchbook. So again, I'm going to try to make this brief and try to explain everything to the best of my ability. So at this point, again, doesn't really need much explaining. Basically just trying to get human proportions correct in perspective. So that's what I was practicing here. Again, just to help with my night drawings and all that. So yeah, we're actually doing by this pretty quick because this is all this really is, and then more just trying to get a better grip or grasp on perspective at this point. I don't really know what this is. I was just, again, just trying to get good at perspective, so I was just drawing random stuff, I guess. Again, just drawing random stuff from my head, I guess. I really don't know. Just rotating boxes, again, trying to get the human perspective down, at least sitting. Same thing, just trying to draw from imagination, unfortunately. Same stuff as usual, and then trying to rotate a box. Just some random cat drawing, I guess. Another very questionable cat drawing. And right here, I was trying to, I think I found a picture of like some animal, and then I was trying to break it down in perspective into like basic primary shapes. So yeah, that's what that was. Again, same thing, trying to use primary shapes and perspective to, you know, make something. Same concept of just taking this dragon and just moving into a different perspective. I really don't flesh out much of these drawings. It's more of just like practice, and I really didn't plan on showing anybody really, but here we are. This was, I found a frog on Pinterest, and then I decided to, again, try to break it down into like its basic, into like primary shapes, and then try to make it my own into a different perspective. So I guess this is what I came up with at the time. Again, just trying to get good at perspective and anatomy, and trying to draw from imagination. Same thing here, and then this was just a portrait, just to practice. This was a failure of trying to draw, I think, my mom's boyfriend's truck, which I just really just gave up on. This, my emotional state on May 14th was very questionable. This was because I was watching Ink Masters, and then I decided to like draw something that's kind of tattoo-ish, I guess. I don't know. This was such a failure. I think I was trying to study like the anatomy of the neck or something at this point. So I guess this was what I found online and decided to draw. Yeah, I don't know how much this was really helpful, and we could stay here like all day, you know, critiquing the proportions and the perspective and anatomy of this skull, but that's not what we're here for. Trying to again draw something in different perspective. I'm so bad at rotating boxes. Like, if it's not like, I don't know, I don't know how to even describe it. It's like leaned back. Like, I know how to rotate a box like horizontally, but when you rotate it horizontally, then back, and then you want to rotate it again. I don't know. I'm not the best, okay? I'm trying to draw a hand at this point. And then at this point, I just was like, I'm just going to draw a bunch of arms for whatever reason, because I just thought, like, I'm just going to learn anatomy by drawing, like, a bunch of different body parts, but, like, do a bunch of repetitions of it, which I guess it's not a terrible idea, I guess, depending on, like, what you want to accomplish. But, yeah, I just went on Pinterest and then just found photos of people's arms and then tried shading it. I think this was a drawing I saw on Pinterest as well. But yeah, I wasn't really too happy with any of these. At least not at the time I was making them. I think later on I looked at them and I was like, whatever. I mean, they're doable, I guess. But yeah, it's basically all this is just trying to get good at drawing the arms from photos. Some of these are just so bad, and it was just so frustrating to try to get like one part right, and then you're better off just moving on to the next reference just to get practice on that versus, you know, constantly just trying to perfect like one spot on this. And yeah, this, I tried a different approach to shading at this point because I didn't really like the look of like the pencils on Procreate, and it just kind of come up with this chrome looking arm from how much I blended everything. So yeah, that's what that was. And then trying to go back to the basics of like drawing basic shapes and shading them, yeah. So yeah, that's basically what that was. And then again, trying to practice shading by drawing some piece of fabric on Pinterest. Again, arm. And then back to the knights again. Yeah, I tried drawing my own knight from imagination, and then I just kind of give up. That's how most of these drawings are. I just kind of like start drawing and then give up once things start getting a little too difficult for me, and just move on to the next thing. So yeah, at this point I wanted to get into painting a little bit because I got tired of just the constant, you know, just black and white. So yeah, found this on Pinterest, tried painting it, realized that I need some help, and then I went on YouTube, saw a bunch of how to paint tutorials and stuff like that, and then I settled on trying to do like 30-minute what are they called, color studies of like still life and fruits and whatnot. So yeah, that's what this atrocity is. I hate paint. I wish I was good at painting. I really do. I think it's really cool, but I'm just terrible at it. I hate shading with paint, because at least with like pencil or whatever, it's like a lot easier just to shade and give things value and then gradually like lessen the value and all that. But I don't know, with painting it's just so annoying because I guess my strategy is just bad. I don't know, because I hate putting the color down and then having to go into like the color palette and then dropping down the value and then having to keep doing that over and over again versus just, you know, with a pencil, it's really just, you know, how much pressure you give it and how many times you go over it. But whatever, I'll get good at it one day, and then I'll probably look back at this video and realize I was complaining about nothing. But yeah, again, same stuff. Just trying to paint random stuff I find on Pinterest and trying to get better at it. I think I did get a little bit better at it, but it's still, you know, pretty bad for the most part. Maybe I'll go back to painting, but I don't know, the headache. I don't know if it's worth the headache of trying to do it all again. Some of these aren't terrible. Like this one I'm not too upset about. I mean, it could be better, of course, but this one I'm not. I like the eyes of the frog, so
Yeah. Yeah, and I have like next to zero clue what I'm doing when I'm painting stuff. So I don't even know what to comment on this. I'm just trying to get through this as fast as possible. I don't know. This stuff's just so tedious. I don't know. Like I'm sure like better, like when I get better, like I'm not gonna mind so much. But like drawing each individual grape and then having to like see the subtle changes and then having to constantly like move the paintbrush size around, and I'm such a complainer. Some random cup I found on my dresser, and then this is like my fish tank, so I think that's the end of, yeah. And this was the latest painting I tried drawing, and this is painting, and then this is where I just gave up, and I was like, I'm just gonna stick to drawing until I have the motivation to pick up painting again. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna move back to the sketchbook right now, so I will see you there.
All right, welcome back to the sketchbook. This is the home stretch. All right. First of all, I want to say I wish I could say this is mine. But at this point, I think I watched a YouTube video of some other artists saying that when they were practicing, they would just practice using other people's drawings. So that was my strategy for a lot of the drawings coming up. So yeah, this is May 29th, so we're a little bit out of order compared to what we were doing on the iPad, but it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, basically at this point, just finding other artists' drawings on Pinterest and just trying to draw them just for practice, and I would just find things that I liked the look of or interest me in some way, and then that's how I would choose what to draw that day. Same with this, same with basically everything. But yeah, it was a lot of fun doing that. Learned a lot, different things, so I found it very, very useful to try to practice certain fundamentals using other people's drawings I find online. Same with these, same with these, same with this, and then let's see, tried practicing drawing skulls and all that just because I want to eventually, I don't know, I sometimes get like this little burst of energy of like, oh, I want to be good at drawing portraits, and then I get distracted by something else. So I heard drawing skulls can help in some way of if you want to draw portraits. So there's going to be a lot of skulls coming up. And then this is just a shoe. I tried practicing drawing using some, perspective. I don't want to say tips, but I don't know other word, tips that I've learned from Scott Robertson's book. So yeah, that's what that is. More skulls, a failure, more skulls, and then a helicopter drawing that I found on Pinterest. More skulls, and then this was another drawing I found on Pinterest that I wanted to draw just to practice drawing what was it, proportions for people, and I don't know, I thought it was kind of interesting, so decided to draw it. Same with this one. This was like a painting I found, just didn't finish it. This one, I knew it was just all off, and I just didn't feel like continuing on with this. I'm sure some of these drawings people have seen on Pinterest from the original creator. Same with all these. Still just trying to get good at drawing humans, or at least like them with the correct proportions. Same with this one. I really like this one actually. But yeah, this is finally like my own, like, I guess, original. I tried turning Did I just skip the page? Yeah, I tried turning this into this, I guess. Trying to use like some sort of, this is my first time trying to draw like a thumbnail for like composition, so that was kind of fun trying to like practice doing that. So big L, but whatever. This is my cat. You probably heard her crying in the video earlier, so yeah. This was a failed portrait. I don't know what happened with this and why the proportions, how I just, moving on. So we did a little better from that one, thankfully. That would have been bad if we just kept doing those, but yeah, I still need a lot of work on my portraits. So mainly like where I put the value, and then obviously like this jaw. I just get so confused sometimes with like the curvature of where the chin, the back of the jaw goes, and right here, and I don't know. I just need more practice, really. Tried drawing a Homelander. I made his face so like long, I guess. I don't know. Tried drawing Tommy Shelby. I don't from Peaky Blinders. I don't know his name. I'm sorry. I don't watch the show. And then this was like, I think Anna Hathaway. I'm sorry. Again, I don't know actors' names or actresses' names. Again, failed. I'm just gonna say this is cartoonish, but really I just failed. Again, tried drawing him with a little bit more, I guess, luck. Again, at this point, I was just trying to get better at drawing portraits. As I told you, sometimes I just get like the urge to draw portraits and whatnot. And then this was on the 4th of July, and this is my cousin's dog that I just decided to draw with like a cape and all this other stuff going on. So yeah, that's that. This was, I'm not sure if it was like an AI painting or if someone actually painted it on Pinterest or not, but I just decided to draw it, and it was pretty fun to draw. I'm pretty happy with how it came out, at least. But yeah, and this is the girl from Game of Thrones. This is all practice, okay? I didn't plan to make this video or show anybody at all, so yeah. And then drawing I think the braids just took up so much like cognitive like resources, and my brain stamina was like just running so low, just trying to like draw these, and I just gave up, really. That's honestly one of the hardest parts of drawing portraits, in my opinion. But anyways, at this point, I'm not really that good at drawing basic shapes or shading things with in a sketchbook versus on an iPad. But yeah, so this is what this practice was, and if anyone's curious of like what I use, I just use this like this pencil that I used to use for school. So yeah, that's my materials, I guess, which I don't really care, it's all just for practice. But anyways, yeah, this is what that is. More of that. And I guess the thing is that like you really can't get that dark with this, is the main issue. And then the graphite, when you do get like really dark with it, the graphite starts to like reflect really hard on you, and it just looks a little meh. But yeah, what are you gonna do about it? At this point, I tried learning folds and clothing and whatnot. So yeah, that's what all of this is. And then this is a skull I found on Pinterest, and I just decided to use perspective to just draw some like this. So yeah, this is my cat from earlier, and I will neither confirm or deny any drugs being involved in the making of this. So yeah, with that out of the way, at this point I just decided to just do a bunch of quick sketches and try to break the habit of being scared of drawing certain things, or being scared of like failing inside my sketchbook. So I really just didn't care if I failed, or I just went for things that I usually just don't draw at all. So yeah, that's how that came out, and it was honestly very, very useful to do this. So highly recommend it. It really, you know, extinguished my fear of marking things in my sketchbook and really caring about how it comes out. So yeah, again, still trying to learn how to draw clothes. So I just went on Pinterest and typed in clothes or fabric, or I don't know what I typed in, but anyways, I typed it in, and then I just pretty much like tried learning by drawing what I found on Pinterest. And so yeah, that's what all these are, and these are actually pretty. This was pretty fun to draw. At least I like shading a lot, and I like how this one came out. Again, still trying to learn how to draw. Like, is there a date on this? Okay, July 16th. Drawing clothes and human anatomy and the folds and whatnot off of pictures on Pinterest of people. So yeah. Yeah, I'm still just doing sketches of things, and then this is my first. Well, I guess not my first time, but like with like a good reference of like trying to draw the torso of somebody, and then trying to draw the arm again, based off of like sculptures. And this is where like things actually started like looking pretty up for me, I guess. This was either a picture or a painting or something on Pinterest as well that I decided to draw just for practicing drawing the torso again and the arms again and all that. And then I found a picture of this dog on Pinterest, and I decided to add these wings to the dog, and I think it actually came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how this one came out. So yeah, and then the shading got pretty good with this thing I found on Pinterest, and this picture I found on Pinterest too. I feel like the camera doesn't really do it too much justice, but it still looks pretty good. Some alligator picture I found on Pinterest, another alligator picture. I just didn't really finish it out because I got like, it was already so much drawing all this and trying to find the little value changes, and then all the scales on top, and then trying to too much. Okay, so and this is a picture my mom took of our cat, and I decided to draw her. Some, again, just sketches, whatever, just trying to learn. I think because doing so many sketches, I finally like my brain started picking up on like a lot of patterns and different things that I could do to make my life easier. So yeah, that's what that was for. And then this is a picture of this part was the picture of my cat, and I just used the perspective to draw this like beach scene of him in like a aviator suit. So yeah, I'm pretty glad how that one came out. Again, just trying to bang out sketches, just to get the repetition in and trying to get my brain used to like making certain like marks and patterns and shading and, you know, the whole nine and all that, but mainly just pattern recognition. Again, more. I'm getting so tired of talking. I'm so sorry, my throat hurts. Yeah, just trying to get like the people in a different perspective, or drawing people from Pinterest when they're in like a more skewed perspective, trying to draw some cars. This is a photo I found on Pinterest, and I tried drawing the back of a woman. So yeah, and then another drawing I found on Pinterest, and I just gave up halfway through. But I really like the perspective, and that's kind of what I was trying to learn. That's what I'm really trying to like focus on this year. It's just perspective and trying to get the most out of that. And I'm sure next year I'll move on to something else, or, you know, whatever. I don't know. Again, just trying to learn perspective, drawing planes, different perspectives, and having fun with the perspective, because it is pretty fun once you get like the grid down, and you can have more like creative freedom of like what you want to, you know, put within the grid. So yeah, found this bug on Pinterest. I'm sorry, I'm screaming. Found this bug on Pinterest, and then I decided to break it down to like its basic shapes, and then rotate it into a different perspective, and, you know, that's how that came out. Again, same thing, just moving the eye level lower. And then I wanted to get good at drawing wings, so I found this picture or painting, I'm not sure, I forget, of this girl on Pinterest, and I just added the little tombstone to hide the hands and fit the whole thing. So it's like whatever. I still need a lot of practice with drawing wings, and so I did. I kept drawing wings. This one I knew was just going to be a failure, but I just went for it anyways because you can't be scared to draw in your own sketchbook. I'm playing using Scott Robertson's methods from his book. This was a painting I found on Pinterest, and I just used it because I wanted to, again, get better at drawing wings for later, art pieces I want to do. So, yeah, I'm pretty glad how that one came out. Picture of an eye of some person I found on Pinterest, and then this was, again, I don't know why I keep finding Thomas Shelby for portraits, but he just keeps, finding his way in my sketchbook. But yeah, this was also a failure, but again, all of this is just for practice. This isn't like I'm not selling any of this. So yeah, a picture of an eye I found on Pinterest, and then an owl I found on Pinterest, which I'm pretty glad at how this one came out. I really tried focusing on like just instead of like line work, actually trying to recognize value in things. A picture I found of a train, and either a picture or a drawing I found on Pinterest of a water bottle, and I wanted to again learn to recognize changes in value and put it down on paper, and amongst other things. But yeah, a picture of an eye I just gave up. And then I tried drawing my own like vehicle for once, and then tried using like, you kind of see like the thumbnail sketches I made of it. Really nothing impressive. I don't even know why I'm like describing my process at all. And then this was pretty fun. I like when I get bored, I just draw whatever feels interesting to me. So yeah, this I think F15 came about. Yeah, and then again, trying to learn perspective and whatnot. So, August 3rd. Oh man. Trying to draw anatomy and gesture and whatever from imagination. I'm trying to see how much I remember and how far I can go, I guess. So that's how that came out. And then this was a picture of somebody on Pinterest that I decided to draw. And then using the perspective, I just added this. Really not anything to, call home to mom about, I guess. And then, since we were like already drawing vehicles, I guess, this is my first motorcycle I tried somewhat drawing. And then again, using the perspective to like draw something else within it. And then I kind of just gave up halfway through this drawing, and I really focused on like trying to learn like different lighting in perspective and light source and the whole nine, whatever. But anyways, that is the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.